Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of For the Love of Tiana.
Whatever. Hey, everybody. How are you? Hope all is well.
I'm Mark, and of course, that's Princess Tiana. Tonight, we have a fun show for you guys, and we implore you to call in. Why? Because we're going to talk about sex. Um, and we're going to learn a lot more about Tiana tonight,
No,
y'all,
we're not.
because
We're going to learn a lot more about Mark.
what else is there to know?
We'll see.
Obviously, what else is there to know?
We'll see.
Okay, so if you want, you can call in. We're gonna start the discussion anyway. But the telephone number to call in was 301-278-1293. It's on the screen for those of you who are watching it live. However, before we get into anything fun, we want to mention that next week, Saturday, September 10th, we're gonna have the homeless feeding event at 13th and K Street Northwest, 3 p.m. All those who are willing and able to help are encouraged to come out. I'll be mentioning this another couple times, give you a reminder during the show. And next week, next Thursday, we'll give another plug. So just to keep you or keep it in your consciousness, because it is a good event and the homeless need help. And a lot of you guys got stuff you're not using that they could definitely use. However, before we get into sex, this is actually a nice tie-in. Have you been following the Anthony Weiner sexting scandal?
Very little of it. This fool got caught again, sexting
Again,
again. And his wife is leaving him this time, right?
after 6 times, I think
After
so.
6 times.
After 6 times. So I need someone to explain sexting to me. I need someone to explain the whole idea of sexting to me and where the gratification comes from in it. Um, I can't blame her for leaving because the last straw would be for him to be laying in the bed next to our 4-year-old son in your underwear, sending pictures to another lady.
Not only that, he's a public figure, so it's embarrassing. Everything is out. You know what I mean? They can't even deal with this on a private scale like most people who get caught. You know what I mean? It's in the news. People are blogging about it. It's embarrassing. I actually feel bad for her.
You feel bad for her or
I
him?
do. I feel bad for her.
I actually felt bad for him.
Why?
Naturally, I mean, it's easy to feel bad for her, and I do feel bad for her. But if you, he obviously has a problem, like it's not something that we're gonna take seriously. Like, but there's a problem there because he's done it 6 times.
You think he has some type of sex addiction?
I don't know if it's sex because that's why I don't get it. The woman lived across country, right? So you're sending these pictures to people, with your thing out. I mean, everyone's looking at you like you're the one with the perverted husband, and she has a career. She does well for herself, She even though he was a congressman or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know,
He's
but
definitely fascinated with his penis.
I think all men are.
Not all men.
What? Well, that.
Not all men.
Not all men are what?
Fascinated with their own penis. Some of them need to.
No. We're gonna transition. We're off now. We are officially off the Anthony Weiner, that has to be the greatest pun ever, right? Anthony Weiner is out here showing pictures of his Johnson wood out with his kid laying next to him.
Sad.
To a Trump supporter, which I don't understand why it's news other than the wife works for.
She's a Trump supporter.
She's supposedly a Trump supporter, and his wife works for Hillary Clinton right now. So yeah, he's wrong on so many levels. I bet that Hillary Clinton shit was the reason why she stopped it. Like, this is it. That's the last straw.
Oh.
Nah, no, I'm joking.
That could be. You never know.
No, we're gonna backtrack now because you talk about not all men are what?
Fascinated with their own penis.
Why do you say that, Tiana?
I mean, some men are. How can I say this politely? Don't say it politely.
Don't say it.
Some men penises aren't really worth posting pictures or sending pictures.
But it's still theirs.
But it may be. Let me just say it. If it's small, no one wants to see a little penis.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't you?
No one wants to see a little penis.
If it's small enough to be a rumor, you would want to see it, though, right?
Yeah, out of just to get out of shits and giggles to laugh.
How the hell do you laugh at a man's penis?
If it's little,
Women,
that's
this
funny to
this is a
me.
mess. This conversation gonna go. So anyway, the first part that we're gonna analyze in the sex talk, we want to investigate a little deeper. The question that has been posed is, can you? And I suspect that women are gonna lie on this one. So what I need is ladies to be honest with themselves, starting with Tiana.
Hmm.
And can you be happy without sex?
Absolutely not.
You cannot.
You cannot.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay,
You
good.
cannot. Now, I will say that I have gone long, long, long periods of time without having sex, but
You talking about when you weren't arrested, or
when when I weren't arrested,
when you weren't in jail, or
it felt like I was in jail. Um, I don't have a problem with abstinence. I think sometimes you need to take a break for whatever reason. But to be completely without sex, I don't really think you can. I don't think I can function without having sex.
but you do it.
I don't think I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not. Yeah, I
I
don't think
wouldn't
I'm
describe you as a
happy.
happy person.
I
No,
don't
I
think I'm
would not.
happy when I'm not having sex. Yeah. And then for me, I associate sex sometimes with a relationship.
Sometimes,
Sometimes
and others.
it's very rare that it ever happens.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say, and this may come as no surprise. Sex is important to me,
Very.
very. So as a male, it's right up there, and I don't really feel like it's something that should be avoided, something that should be skated around. I tell my male friends all the time, get that out in the open, get that out the way first. Let women know it's important to you. So to revisit last week's show, you don't end up in the friend zone. And if it's our second greatest physiological need, I don't feel like we need to overcomplicate it. I think when between men and women, I think most women have the assumption that men want to have sex with them.
Because you do.
Okay. So that being the premise that we're operating off of, why do y'all make it seem like everything is so out of the blue or so crazy or so disrespectful?
Because it depends on the approach. Just because sex is important, that doesn't mean that you should be having sex with every man that wants to have sex with you. There's a
Well, nah,
difference.
women cannot. You can't
There's a
possibly
difference.
fulfill that quota. Every man that wants to have sex with you, no.
I
But
think I've come across men that may not want to have sex with me or may not find me sexually attractive.
so that was after you opened your mouth. Then.
I'm
All of a sudden, sex went
talking
out the
about
window.
physically. I mean, there may be men out there that don't find me physically attractive. I may be a little bit too thick, a little bit too tall, a little bit too brown.
But the difference between men and women is, first of all, it's a physical thing, right?
Right.
And we have the ability to compartmentalize that part of it. Another great difference that we have is we are always looking for the best in people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a little bit too big, we'll work with you. If you're a little bit too tall, we'll work with that too. It's just just an exchange of energy. That's all.
It's just sex. It's just
Yeah. So
nothing.
so now you feeling how it feels. Just sex.
It depends. It depends.
Let me
Sex is
explain this
important.
to you.
What?
Before we went on, my man John had his phone,
Mm-hmm.
and he has an Android, and D has an iPhone. So his phone was low, 20%, and he needed a charger. So he needed something to dock it in. So it's the same thing for us with sex.
Wait a minute. Really?
It's an energy. I mean, look, that's what we're doing. I need to charge up every now and again. It's a resting station. After I get my charge up, I can go, right? You get it too, you get a charge up too.
I don't get a charge up.
What do you get then?
You know what? For me, sex, if it's good sex, it's like a nice, deep tissue massage. It puts me to sleep and relaxes my nerves. It keeps me calm.
But then you're happy.
And then I'm happy.
And then you have that glow for the next day at work or whatever you have to do, right?
It depends on how good it was.
Even if it's bad, it should be,
No.
a level of enjoyment
Bad
to it.
sex will make you angry.
Well.
Bad sex will make you angry, make you feel bad about yourself. You feel like it's a waste of time.
And then what's the end result of that? Then what happens from the female's end? What's the process after bad sex?
You just deal with it and move on. I mean, you're not gonna go out look. Well, let me speak for myself. I'm not gonna go looking out for another penis to have sex with just because I'm trying to fulfill some type of need. I'm just mad and probably just won't ever try it again.
So I think this transitions nicely to the next one. Can you learn to be passionate about someone if there's no chemistry at first? So you can define chemistry a lot of ways. Maybe chemistry is what led you to the sex, or maybe you wouldn't have got the sex without the chemistry, or maybe you learned that you didn't have chemistry after you had sex.
But see, I think it depends on what comes first.
What do you mean?
Meaning, I don't know if I can have sex with you if there's no chemistry. Meaning we didn't get along. We don't get along. We're not really on the same page. We don't have the same.
Y'all really take the fun out of life. I mean,
I don't know. I gotta like you. Put it this way: I have to like you in order to have sex with you. Like I've never had a one night stand ever in my life. Never had a desire.
Congratulations.
Never had a desire to. I've never seen a man so fine or want to have sex so bad that I would have sex with him the very first night that I met him.
Well, I'm not gonna divulge anything about myself, but I do know. I do know. I'm not saying shit about that. For what? I'm just saying there's such thing as if you used to frequent clubs, right? Have you ever been that person?
No,
or
I've never
bar.
really been.
Bar,
yeah, but never a club girl.
There's something known as the winning hour, right? And it's the last half hour of the establishment being open and the half hour open after it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, your night is going to be determined by whether or not you win. And how do you win as a man?
I guess if you
have to find something, right? Now, some nights it's not that easy, and some nights you just can't kill nothing and won't nothing die. And other nights, you have a one night stand. So when y'all at home getting dressed, y'all don't put y'all don't put on matching bra and panties when y'all going out.
Yeah, but that's for the booty call. That's for somebody that's already in your phone. That's the drunk test, and that's when you're leaving the club or you leaving a bar, and then you text somebody
what if he don't
you
answer?
Already know. Then I'm just going home. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna go search for penis just because I want to have sex. It's not that bad.
This show is taking a crooked direction already. If any ladies that are willing to be honest,
I'm being honest.
No, this sex talk. We should have set the parameters prior to getting into this thing. In order to have this discussion, it could be fun, but I'm with Tiana. So in order to have this discussion, you have to be honest.
I'm being honest. I really
am. I want to believe you, but I would be very sad for you if you weren't being.
Anybody knows me knows that I'm a bit of a prude.
How the hell we gonna have a sex talk with a prude?
Because I mean, what? I need some whole facts or something to be able to divulge in sex. No, I don't think so. We gotta call.
Saved by the Bell. Oh,
with some whole
somebody's
facts,
calling. Let's see.
Because I ain't got no whole facts.
Hello, caller. Who is this?
Jocelyn, once again, your weekly call-in.
Yes, Jocelyn. Welcome to the For the Love of Tiana show.
For the Love of Tiana show. Who doesn't love Tiana? Who doesn't love Tiana?
Okay, so is there something you want to touch on that we talked about, or do you want to go in another direction? Because I'm open right now because Tiana
Jocelyn, can you be happy without sex?
Can I be happy without sex of any sort? Because it's levels to me. Like, I've actually been, right now, I'm in a bit of a drought, which I consider a drought, but to most it isn't a drought. But there are different kind of sex. Now, if you're talking like no sex, no masturbation, yes.
Where are you calling from again?
I'm calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay. We have listeners in North Carolina. Now, it was just to let you know, it was raining here.
It's pouring here.
But you still in the drought, huh?
Real funny. But no, I mean, I don't know why you would have sex and then decide, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not like a diet. You're not going to lose weight. Your vagina's not going to get skinny. Your penis isn't going to grow. Like, why do you decide, I had sex and I don't want to do it anymore? Like, are you born again? Like, what is the purpose of being abstinent for most people? Like,
yes, Tiana, what is the purpose of being abstinent?
For me, it depends on what I'm going through. It's hard for me to, like I said, I have a hard time not associating sex without a relationship. So if I have some personal things going on in my life, a man and sex is probably the last thing on my mind. And again, I'm a single person. You know what I mean? I'm a single woman with no kids. So I have other focuses in life outside of just trying to find a man or be in a relationship.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I'm weird. Sex helps me focus.
No.
Like, wait a minute.
I enjoy sex better when I'm happy.
Call Jermaine or whatever his name is. Or
Jermaine?
Bobby. I don't know. I just made up a name.
Okay, all right.
Well, no, sex helps me focus. Like, it takes stress off of you.
It's this
like,
big stress reliever.
It is, but I think I'm a better lover when I'm happy.
When have you been happy, Tiana? Why you keep talking about this happiness place that you've never been to?
I've had some droughts, but it's what I've always probably had droughts after ending a bad relationship.
Okay, so this is the question I have, and I think a lot of men have this question. You guys, God gave you a gift, right? Women have been given a gift, and you have the attraction powers that everyone is weak for, male and female.
Yeah. And
you have the ability to do whatever you want with this little treasure hole that you got. And a lot of y'all just don't use your gift.
See, that's the thing. If it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. Because if we use it too much, we're a hoe. You don't want us. We got too many numbers. We had sex with too many guys. But then you say we're not using it enough. I mean, which one is it?
It's both.
That's what FBs are for. Y'all know what those are, right?
Like, what's FBs?
Excuse my language, but fuck buddies. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's why you keep one, and then you have sex with them as much as you want within a year, and your number doesn't change, and you're all good. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's the guy that's generally in the friend zone.
How? No. Hey, whoa.
Oh,
no.
Whoa.
That's a different friend zone.
You can't put your FB in the friend zone?
No, he's just a friend then.
That you happen to be fucking.
Yeah, so he's a friend. Friend zone.
But that's not the friend zone. Friend
zone gets nothing but to hear your problems.
About other guys.
I don't agree with that.
No, hey, listen. Listen.
No, friend zone is not a place that any guy wants to be in. No guy I know wants to be in the friend zone.
Look, if that's your friend zone.
But does he have a choice all the time?
No, he don't got it. Well, yeah, he do. He can say, I'm not going to be in the friend zone.
Okay, then he can have that choice and he can roll.
But there's no reason, and this is the truth, there is no reason to have an attractive female friend and you can't touch her.
Oh,
it doesn't make any sense.
That is some bullshit.
Why?
That's bullshit. You can't want to touch every attractive woman that's your friend. That is just crazy.
I'm talking about friend to the point that we're close all the time and all that stuff. Why can I not touch you?
Because we're friends and it'll ruin the friendship.
That's right.
Y'all say that, but most guys, it'll make him a better friend to you.
But females can't separate. Well, not females. A lot of times I'm going to go ahead and say it. Females can't separate the two. So when you start talking about other females, you start losing the friendship there. So then one is going to become more important than the other. It's going to be either you're texting or you're going to be friends. You're not going to have both.
I think you can separate the two if the sex isn't great.
If
the sex is average, if it's nothing to write home to mom about, if it's not that great, then I think you can separate.
All right. And since I got my friend Jocelyn on the phone, I know you're gonna try to get off. You're not escaping on this one. Because I'm gonna need your help because only one of the Virgos that's present is telling the truth. What makes sex good? From a woman perspective.
There's so many things.
Well, elaborate. This is a sex show.
Chemistry is first. Size is definitely up there.
Can we define chemistry? I know it's going to be different for different people, but Your definition of chemistry.
For me, well, like me, I just got to be able to sit around you and have a conversation for longer than 8 minutes without wanting to punch you in your face or call some other guy. Or I'm not thinking about some other guy when I'm around you. You're the only person I'm thinking about, even when I'm not around you. We can talk about anything, and it's comfortable, and it's organic, and it's natural. It doesn't feel forced. So that's chemistry to me. Like, and it's not that we both like vanilla ice cream or we both like the Redskins or whatever. No, that's not chemistry. That's just having the same like. Chemistry is being comfortable with each other and around each other and all that good stuff.
Would you agree, Tiana?
I would agree.
You would agree.
I would agree.
So
the whole time I'm thinking something different. Okay.
And physical attraction is in there too, but not always. But that makes sex good. Size definitely matters.
Wait, you said what? You said size does not
definitely matter. No, definitely matter.
Oh, okay.
Definitely,
does matter. Size matters.
Definitely matter.
You would agree with that too?
Absolutely.
I've never seen. Okay, it doesn't have to be the largest boat in the ocean, but come on, we don't want the dinghy. Like, come on, like seriously, we gotta have a little bit of size. Like,
oh gosh.
Who goes on the lot looking for the Ford Focus? Like, come on. It drives and it gets you to where you got to go, but you never really are searching for the Focus.
And it gets good gas mileage. Don't leave that shit up.
But, so, that's how I feel about size. Good sex. Alcohol makes sex great. I'm not even going to lie. Like, drunken sex is awesome. And, no, but, like, if you genuinely like someone, I think if you like someone, that automatically makes sex a little bit better than it probably would be if there is nothing there but sex.
I once heard a saying that
oh God. Is this a Jamaican saying or an American saying?
It's an American saying, and what?
Okay.
What was that?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so I once heard a saying that the only thing better than sex with somebody new is sex with somebody you love.
Whew.
Cause that new sex,
that only works for guys.
It don't work for girls?
Yeah, new sex ain't always good sex.
That doesn't work for guys. That doesn't work for females. That's a guy thing.
Yeah, so is that the reason why y'all stingy?
You guys are so excited to finally get a variety of cooch. It's great. You finally have choices. You finally have more than one. So it's like, oh yay, fresh new stuff. But girls are like,
y'all always want to bank on the sure thing, though, right?
What would that be?
Nah, whatever. Like, I mean, you rather than gamble on a new thing, you want to know it's good. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, or curiosity. One of those two things. That's pretty much only when new sex is good to us, when you're curious about someone. And you're like, I wonder.
It also depends on the man's personality too. Like if he's sexy,
definitely.
If he's attractive, if he's flirtatious, if he makes me want to have sex, because you got to make me want to have sex with you.
But that engine boy,
you know what I mean? You got to make me feel it. Like I can't just look at you and be like, oh, he's fuckable. It's
okay.
Okay, guys.
All right. Yeah, it's nice talking to you, Johnson. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, wow. Thanks. Have a great one. You know, I got to do my weekly call for you guys.
Yes,
love your
and
show.
we appreciate
love you all.
it. Thank you.
Call her back. Enjoy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So let's talk about this. You are definitely not. Oh, hold on. I think we got another call. Hold on one second. Nope, never mind. They're done. If I were to use a car analogy, you're not like a newer car model with the push start.
No,
you have to crank that engine to get you going. So it's another question I would throw out there for women: how important is foreplay?
Oh, that's very important.
And define foreplay.
Foreplay is touching, it's rubbing, it's. I don't do a whole lot of talking. I don't say nothing. I don't want to hear you talking. I don't really like nasty talk. I just shut up. You know what I mean? All you need to hear is the sounds of sex. I don't want to hear you. No,
but the fore. I mean, like you talking about directly right before.
Yeah, directly right. Don't talk to me.
See, I was gonna say like, okay, so normally that's how I preheat the oven. You know, I have
by talking.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I talk enough, and then all of a sudden things happen. If I can't talk my way into it, I don't want it because I ain't paying.
I'm more of a touchy feely person. You know, just rub my neck, my shoulders. I'm definitely a kisser.
Oh Jesus! Oh, you're a kisser.
I'm definitely a
because
kisser.
you know what I'm hearing nowadays. I hear a lot of girls, women, saying that they're not really kissers.
Oh no,
anymore.
I'm a kisser, and in fact, if I can't kiss you, I can't have sex with you.
Phone a ring. We wonder who this is this time. Good evening. This is the Love of Tiana show.
Whatever.
Who is this calling?
Hey y'all, this is Nika. Hey Tiana, her little sexy co-host. How y'all going?
Hey,
Miss Nika, how you doing?
Oh, that's Nika.
I'm great. I'm great.
Well, is there something you want to say to Tiana? Because I know you don't have no questions for me.
Oh no, well, what's the topic still? I'm sorry, I dropped out for a little bit. I think we were talking about someone being fuckable.
Yeah, do that. I'll let you do that. But
let me ask you the first question: can you be happy without sex, Nika?
Well, I've had sex, and I'm gonna sound like a complete bot, which I probably might be. But with this guy, like consistently for 5 years, and we've never been in a relationship.
That's a situationship.
Not really. Like, I'm not emotionally attached. Like, I just really enjoy having sex with him, and you know, we go on trips and do things together, but it's just sex, and that's really it. There's nothing else to it.
And where you are in your life, that works perfectly, right?
Not really, but I mean, it's just really that we have really good sex, and I haven't found anyone that I am willing to say, you know what, it's going to be us. You know, like, they haven't checked all the boxes yet.
Okay, so this brings me to a place that I love to go, and you're gonna stay on the phone for this because I gotta ask both of you women. So, a moment ago, Tiana was saying you're damned if you do and damned if you don't as a woman, right? Now, I have this. I've always had this thing. I'm not waiting to have sex for a woman. You get 3 times to see me alone. That's it. And if the first 2 times we didn't get close, and I didn't feel we were getting close to being intimate, like touchy feely or whatever, you're not gonna see me for maybe another month because you get one more time. So I gotta make you at least anticipate wanting to see me.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm in agreement.
But the thing about this is where I want to get to with my line of talking is y'all can withhold sex from us and make us believe you're a good girl, but yet you have this situation on the side that you've been dealing, not using the example you gave, for 5 years. So I take you out to eat, right? We have a good time. I make you laugh. We stare at each other across the table. We hold hands, stuff I probably would never do. Stuff I would probably never do. And I preheat the oven for him, right? Because when I get you home, you be like, no, it's too fast. No.
That's because she doesn't want the relationship. She wants the relationship with you. She doesn't want the relationship with the guy that she's fucking.
Right. But you stretching out, and I'm going home. I'm warmed up too. So in the meantime, he gonna do his thing at night.
Well, you shouldn't have preheated the oven, baby. If you could get that warm and she not there, hon, you warmed up too quickly.
Wait a minute.
If you're not,
because you can't take a vibe still that a woman wants to fuck. Like, it's not that we don't give off vibes or anything. Like, somebody want to fuck.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, I think it's messed up that y'all do that, and it's wrong, and you're cruel and mean for it, and that's all I have to say.
Because sometimes they don't want to fuck.
But I'm saying you have this safety net on the side, right?
Yeah.
And you're
they can always get cut off.
Which is cool. No. I'm not worried about that because when y'all ain't dealing with each other yet. So it's not technically wrong. But where you're wrong is you're making me think you're this great person and you're withholding sex, but you're just withholding sex from me. You're not withholding sex.
Because it's deeper with you. It's deeper with you because we see the future with you, and we sometimes think
the future needs to be
the future with you. So we don't want sex to ruin it. If we're just fucking a guy, we don't really see the future. Like she said, the guy she's dealing with, it's just sex. Like she has no desire to be with him in the future. It is what it is. She don't want nothing. It's nothing more, nothing less.
Okay, Nika. Next question. Foreplay.
Pretty much.
Foreplay. Which I'm just gonna say y'all lost me on that BS that y'all just trying to
we'll
pass
lose
off.
all men on that.
No, you know why you lost me? Because we do that all the time. We just have sex and you talking about how y'all can just do that, but it seems like y'all just did it. So because there's only one person you doing it with, it makes it different.
Yeah, everybody's not eligible for head. everybody can't get hit. I don't even kiss everybody, so everybody cannot get hit.
Okay, all right. Well.
That's enough.
But
you got to make it to the head level.
Every penis ain't worth head. You can't be sucking on every penis. I'm sorry.
Yeah, everybody's dick is not eligible to suck. I'm sorry.
All penises aren't suckable. Sorry, guys.
All penises do not matter.
Sorry.
So can I? I have to say this. We were talking about foreplay, so that is foreplay. Is that the foreplay we're going to discuss?
That's part of it. That's not the whole thing. No.
Foreplay to you is it important though?
It is important for me.
Not every time. Sometimes.
So you can jump right in it. You can just jump right in it.
I mean, in the morning, I'm not sucking your dick early in the morning straight.
That's true.
Let me go brush my teeth, get some water. And sometimes you look, I got 30 more minutes. I can be asleep. Let's fuck and shit have breakfast now. But yeah, in the morning I'm not as for it. And if you waking me up out of my sleep, that's enough. We're gonna fuck and I'm going back to sleep. Any other time, yeah. Weekends, all of that good holidays.
Holidays.
After work, at nighttime, all holidays, even Halloween.
Okay.
Even Halloween.
What?
She's stupid.
Nigga.
That's my favorite one.
Nigga. Why? So you can trick or treat?
No, she could dress up in a costume.
What are you going as this year?
Where you going? I don't know, but I wanted to be really slutty because I'm in San Antonio, so I've never had a hot, Halloween where you ain't got to wear a coat or no shit like that. So I want titties and ass out all the fucking way. It ain't taking no kids with me.
That's
I want to go out there and look fucking good.
Yeah, last year I was out Vegas for Halloween.
I want to just show all of it off. And I'm going to get a waist shaper because it's not all the way there. Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know what?
I want to be cute and sleazy. I was on Fredericks looking for a costume today. That's how slutty I want to go. All right, y'all.
All right, you have a good one.
Nigga. Thanks for
calling. I don't know what just happened here, but it was fun. All right. Good night.
Well, it's supposed to be 80 degrees, and I've never had an 80-degree Halloween ever. But y'all still need me, or y'all done with me?
No, I'm done with you. I'm done.
Thanks for calling.
That's quick already?
Yeah.
Foreplay only?
No.
Foreplay only?
You're great. No, foreplay only. Yeah, man. But you can call back again if we say something that you want to, chime in on.
Nah, I'm a little lit.
But you lost me with your BS a little earlier. But thanks for calling back.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the BS.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Now, that actually transitions nicely. I ran into this. I'm going to take an aside here, but I ran into this article. I want to make sure I attribute this correctly. I got this from Metro UK, and this is from the files of "There's Something Really Wrong with Women." The title of this article is "The Oral Sex Gender Gap is Real and It's Not Okay." Now, this is an opinion column. It's written by Ellen Scott, and she's a young lady from Britain. And for those of you familiar with England, they do things a little differently over there. They have a different sense of humor. I actually found it funny. I hope you will. Now, this is the result of a study. A recent study surveyed 899 Canadian college students. And here I'd like to note that this whole article is from the perspective of 20-something discussing heterosexual relationships. We don't currently have any data on oral sex equality for the older generation, which could be enjoying a glorious oral free-for-all, and lesbians are having loads of wonderful oral sex all around. They found that 63% of young men they surveyed had received oral sex as part of their most recent hookup, and only 44% of women could say the same. Is that what you guys find? Is that what you find to be the norm?
That people just hook up?
No, that men are receiving oral more than you are receiving oral.
Oh no, not for me. That's not true.
Is it the other way around, or?
I don't. That's not true for me. It's more so the other way
around. I don't. I've heard this a lot. Women talk about men. Well, actually, there's been a culture shift. Because now a lot of guys are bragging about how good they are at it. But I've heard a lot of women say that men want it but don't want to give it nearly as freely or as willingly or as lovingly as them. And my response has always been it's they're not the same thing, though. You know?
What do you mean? Why isn't it the same thing?
It's not.
It's the same act.
Is it the same act?
It's the same. It's oral sex.
How is it the same act?
It's oral sex. Period. It's
Man,
just
the
man has a penis and the woman has a vagina.
And that's the big difference.
Thing.
So it's not the same act.
How is it not though?
Ours is easier to get to.
So is ours. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Hold on.
No.
We're gonna have to sit in that uncomfortable statement you made.
Why?
I said ours is easier to get to.
Ours is just.
And you said so
easy.
is ours.
Ours is just as easy to get
it's
to.
Not
I
just
don't
easy
understand
to
the difficulty.
If we're in the parking lot in a car, mine is much easier to get to than the girl.
Nah, we're at an age now where you can make.
You can't do that in a girl be driving.
You can make it work.
We're the age now we can make it work.
You can make it work. There's so many ways that you can be creative, in getting in the parking lot, and you don't always have to get it when you're driving. That's just the luxury for a man to get it while he's driving. That's just for him. But there's so
it's easier for us to. You're proving my point. It's easier for us.
You're just giving one scenario though.
Is there another scenario?
One way of
at work.
Hey,
work bathroom.
A woman can get it
real quick.
Real quick.
In the bathroom at Jasper's.
Yep. Real quick.
How you gonna do it one woman real quick like that?
How can you not? Do I have to give you details? You should know.
Nah, I don't know actually. So you have to tell me. Give me details. Oh, this is where it gets a little funny for Tiana. Okay, we're gonna get off of that because somebody's about to. Next question: should there be limitations to sex when you're in a relationship?
I want to say no. I believe that there should not be limitations to sex when you are in a relationship unless you happen to be with someone that's just flat out uncomfortable with certain positions, certain ways of having sex. You know what I mean? Some people are into anal, some people don't like oral. You know what I mean? It depends. If you're with someone that flat out does not want to do something that you want to do, I think you should consider and be okay with not doing it. Because you never know why that person may not want to do what they want to do, or why they have a limitation.
Since this is your show, do you have any?
I have one limitation.
Do you feel like you can speak on it, or do you just want to just leave it out there?
I'll speak on it. I'm never, ever, 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 ever doing anal. That's not for me.
Okay,
I don't believe anything should go in anybody's behind.
That would be for another show.
Unfortunately, it makes me question men.
Why does it make you question men?
I don't know. The whole gay thing. I'm sorry, it just does. I just, if you can stick it in my butt, you can stick it in a man's butt.
Or a dog butt or a cat butt.
I'm sorry. I'm completely turned off.
Tiana just woke up the people in the back.
I know. You should hear them. They hollering at me. Somebody said that was the stupidest thing they ever heard. But that's me though. That's my limitation. I think we all have our own limitations, and that just happens to be mine.
What you just said, there's a lot of being Jamaican. There's a lot of there's a Jamaican saying about that.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying man body, girl body, dog body, cat body, body man.
And that means what?
If you're putting it in the
you're
shooter.
In any. That's how I feel. I ain't Jamaican. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So.
But trust me, they're doing it down there. Big now. I mean, that was once upon a time. It's not so much anymore. But I think we're gonna ask this one. This one needs to be asked. Are there any taboos left?
No, I don't think. I think people have stretched the limits to sex. I don't think there are any taboos left. I think the last taboo was probably, in my opinion, homosexuality. That was probably the last taboo.
How is that the last taboo when it's been around forever?
I mean, it's out in the open now. You know, taboos I thought were considered to be secret. Like people doing it, but it's
but how secret was it? I mean, it's been around forever.
I mean, you can say that about any type of sex that's been around forever.
This is the question I have related to taboos. Since we're stretching the limits to that, and this might be posed more towards women.
Mm-hmm.
Since there's this sexual liberation that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like women are happier now because they're able to explore their sexuality more freely? Or do you think it's also part of the reason why so many women are single? Because I feel like there's some things that are acceptable socially that our mothers and grandmothers did not have available to them that sound good when you're in the company of your folks, but when you extrapolate it out to the other sex and when you think about a life with a person, might not be so appealing. Like, I would shudder at the thought of my mom having a dildo.
Oh, I wouldn't. I've had conversations with my mom and my aunts about
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
sex
If my
toys
mom,
and all of that type
if
of
my
stuff.
mom had a dildo, I would no longer be going over there for Sunday dinner.
Why
She could not
not
present me with another plate.
Why not?
Because
Because what?
my mother,
I understand this, but she's still a woman. She still has needs. I mean, you know what I
my
mean?
mom needs came and went, man. She done now, man.
That's not fair. You never stop having needs. You never
She
stop
don't need
wanting to
that.
have that
She
feeling.
don't need it.
That feeling never goes away.
How do you know?
Because,
Yours has been dormant for years.
Let me tell you how I know.
How do you? Okay, tell me.
My last job, I worked in the senior building.
Oh, that's right. They
Okay, I
they
worked in
be
the
yeah.
I worked in the
Okay.
senior building.
All right. I've heard many
Okay,
stories about that
so
shit.
we
Yes,
actually kept baskets of condoms in every social activity room in the building.
Right. And they'll be
Because
empty in the morning.
were still, yes, they're still, actually, yes and no.
I would think they don't wrap it up no more.
That's what I was about to say.
Care?
Yes and no. We actually provided them with AIDS tests every year, things like that, because old people are not used to using condoms. That's our generation. They weren't
Right.
using condoms 40, 50 years ago.
Right.
They're still having unprotected sex. That's
Right.
why you have a lot of seniors with higher rates of AIDS when they're in their 60s and 70s nowadays.
I didn't
We
know
had
that.
men in the building that were 75, 80 years old would still have prostitutes coming in and out of the building. Old people are still having sex. Women are still having sex past 65, 75, 80 years old. They're still having sex. The feeling
Yeah, well,
does
not my
go
mother.
away.
How about that? Now, I know that for a fact. So, but you don't see that as a detriment. You never see that as a detriment.
What?
These things, like these sex toys and all that.
I'm not into sex toys. They're not for me, so I can't say. I know a lot of women who love sex toys. You know, they have the sex toy parties and things like that. But self gratification has never been my thing.
Mm-hmm. You're not into gratification, period. I mean, if we were to rewind this show and go back to last week's show, mm-hmm. if we were to build a composite of Tiana, mm-hmm. do you think gratification would be?
I told you I'm a bit of a prude. I told you I'm kind of reserved when it comes to my.
Not just sex though. It's not just sex.
I'm reserved and a prude about everything.
I think you're inhibited.
I've been told that. I've also been told that I've never been turned out. That's the reason why I am the way that I am.
Oh, ain't nobody gonna be able to turn you out. You got too many rules and regulations.
My husband will.
What's his name again?
I don't know. What happened?
Hey, look, I tell you, Tiana is waking him up tonight, man. Everybody in the back, let Tiana. Tiana got look. Hey, look. How the heck? Let's This sex talk was fun. It's not done yet. Yeah, listen.
Oh, okay. Darnell wants to know why do we save certain things for our husbands?
Cause you lying. They ain't saving it.
There are some things that I will save that I know that I can save for my husband.
Like what?
I'm not gonna speak on it, but there's some things that I know that I can save for my husband.
Listen, that sounds really, really good.
First of all, the reason why I can save it for my husband is because I don't have a desire to do it. So if I'm going to do it, it's only because I'm trying to please him, and I know that's something that most men would like to have.
Wait a minute. So how good is it gonna be? Whatever it is, like even if it's like make cupcakes, you don't want to do it, and you haven't done it. The first time you do it,
that I know is something that most men desire. just by talking to men, I know it's something that most men desire. So it's not that
What's it, a threesome? Is that what you reserved?
No, I'll never have a threesome.
Not even with your husband? You said you reserved some stuff for your husband.
No, threesome. I'm not sharing my my man's penis with another chick.
Why not?
And I know men would never ever want to be in the bed with another man.
Yeah, but that's different. That's just disgusting. It is.
Why? Why
it's disgusting.
Why is it disgusting with two men and a woman, but it's not disgusting with two women and a man?
I have to tell you this?
Yes, I'm asking you a question.
Because it's a man's world, number one.
Oh, God.
But they're not the same thing.
You always saying it's not the same thing. Why?
Yes, because I am consistent.
It's a three. You are consistent.
Yeah.
It's a threesome, though.
No. It's a whole different ball game. That actually
too many balls on the court.
Listen, when you got two guys in there, that looks more like
a train.
Assault.
Yeah, okay, I've heard they say that's a train. That's not a threesome.
Ain't no sexy dealings, okay? Ain't no softness in there. Somebody gonna get hurt. It's gonna be you. I mean, that's all it is. It's straight smacking, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so like, I have to revisit this. Tiana stumbled upon it. My man Darnell had a comment. Y'all women really think y'all fooling us about saying y'all saving stuff for marriage.
I can honestly say that I got a couple of things that I could save for marriage.
You act like by walking down that aisle, you're gonna get this feeling just washing over you.
It's the thought of doing
and you're gonna become a whole
no.
It's
just the thought of doing that, and then he just break up and leave you, and then you done that shit, and then it's like, oh my God, especially if you really didn't want to do it, and you doing it just to please him, and then he fuck around and leave you, and it's like, damn, I ain't done that shit, and he gone. No, fuck that. I'm not doing that. No, if I'm gonna do it.
We woke up Tiana. She actually cursed. I want to know what the thing is that made you curse. What is the thing?
I don't even want to say it because I don't even have a desire to do it.
But you'll do it for your husband.
I would do it for my husband.
I think. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. So prior to marriage, do you put this on the table? Is it some type of contract?
No, not at all. It's just if it happens to come up,
So so where are the guarantees in life?
Are there any guarantees in life?
Exactly. So you're trying to guarantee me some bullshit that you're gonna do once you take somebody's last name.
Because I don't think it's awful. I just don't know if I can do it. I don't.
So if you don't know, Donnell, are you lost?
No, he's not lost. He knows what I'm saying. Darnell know what I'm talking about.
John,
he knows, I just don't want to say it. Mark, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm not talking about the act even.
You know what I'm talking about. Oh. Go ahead, Darnell. Tell him.
I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about. You're acting as if.
Ladies, you know what it is that I don't want to say.
No.
Tiara, you're not lost.
I'm not talking about the specific act.
Okay.
Whatever it is. I'm no longer as intrigued by that.
Okay.
I'm lost because I hear women say they saving certain things. Like, the biggest fool step any man can make. If a girl has a problematic mouth and she say, my husband, I ain't gonna be like that. No. You are who you are. So, okay, look, you have how old are you again? I think we do this every show.
Why do you keep forgetting?
I have other things in my mind. I know this is Tiana.
I'm over 30.
Isn't your birthday coming up?
It is.
When is it?
On Sunday, the 11th. 9/11.
Oh, okay. Disaster.
Whatever.
That's what we associate your birthday with.
There you go, James. James said it.
What is it?
That's not happening with a man that I'm dating. Ever. I
thought we were talking about bestiality or something. That right there?
That right? Yes. I'm not doing that.
Look,
I'm not doing that.
I can say it. Can I say it?
Yes, you can say it because I don't want to say it. Well, you don't even want to say it.
By now, I hope you guys put the kids to bed already.
Right.
Because all the stuff that we've been talking about has been pretty tame. Because just face it, the kids today know more about sex than we did. And they're actually, a lot of them are getting more than Tiana. But what she's not willing to do is swallow.
Not going to happen.
All right. So
again, it's not going to happen in my dating life. But when I'm married, if the time comes and we're so
is it going to be a
turned
surprise?
on,
Because most guys
well,
guys
no,
aren't
it'll never
asking
be a
that.
surprise because every guy that I've dated, he knows off the break that I don't do it. So
They ask you?
I mean, when you have your conversations when you're talking about sex, it's going to come up. I mean, if you're dating, you're going to have conversations about sex.
Yeah, but I don't really have conversations about the detail, like that detail.
Why?
Okay, I live my life by certain principles, right? I consider myself a wise man, and Tiana does too.
Whatever.
No, you do.
Whatever. You all right.
All right. So
you know a little bit.
The thing that I believe is when people get in their arena, when they get an opportunity to do what they like to do, they're gonna do it. So I don't have to ask you to do something. You're gonna do it. And conversely, don't you goddamn dare ask me because I had every opportunity. I'm right there and I didn't try. So obviously I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not doing it in my dating life. It's not happening. I have texture issues. I don't even like raw oysters.
I knew this show was gonna be fun. I for me, I don't know what y'all think about this, and I don't necessarily care.
Okay, Brittany said team spit out. No, Brittany, it's not even going in my mouth. Okay, it's not going nowhere near my mouth at all. It's not gonna happen.
Listen,
it's not gonna happen. Blah, blah.
I don't know.
It's not gonna happen.
No, what about a little necklace joint?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope. It needs to stay below the parameter.
Oh.
What's the necklace name? For what? What is that? Is that some type of visual thing that men like?
Listen, I'm going to tell you. I said I wasn't going to divulge anything about myself. Ultimately, I'm a walking paradox, and I'm going to contradict myself. I don't watch porno. Surprise, surprise. I used to watch a lot.
Oh, we got a caller.
Well, this is better than what I'm about to say anyway. Good evening. Welcome to the Love of Tiana show.
Stop it.
Who is this?
Hey.
Who is this? Brittany. This Brittany?
Hey, Brittany, we hear a lot in the background. Hey, turn the stream down so we can better hear you.
Can we hear you? Brittany, you there?
Yes.
Okay. What's up, Britt?
What's up?
Hey, boo.
I know you got something to say.
Hey, Tiana. Yeah, I have a question for Tiana. Like,
for
real,
yes,
like, so you're just saying,
yes.
So you're just saying, Tiana, you're only going to do it for your husband.
First of all, I don't have a desire to do it at all. But I know that with most men, that's something that they would like to have their women do. And I don't want to be the type of wife that denies my husband. So that's the only reason why I would save it for my husband.
So you would compromise that for that.
That's only
why?
Only under marriage circumstances, because it's not something that I want to do at all. So I don't have a desire to do it. I don't find it sexy. I think it's disgusting, to be honest with you. But I do. I think it's gross. I think it's absolutely gross. But again,
if you guys
when
are
I'm married,
close,
I just don't want to deny.
If you're close, it's just recycling.
Oh my God! I'm not.
Two of you guys are becoming one.
I'm not.
Do you take shots? Don't you take shots of like alcohol, Tiana?
I do, but it's a struggle. If you've ever no, I don't. I have a hard time taking shots of alcohol.
Hey, Brittany.
Yes.
You come across.
What's up, Mark?
You come across as an honest person. Can you get on her for me? Because I can't. I'm here every week and I don't make any headway.
With Tiana, I don't think anyone can make any type of headway. Tiana is very strong-willed. She's a Virgo. Let me tell you, my mom is a Virgo, so once they make their mind up about something, they really do stick to it. I do know that much.
But can I say this though? Most of the Virgos, and I have a lot of experience with Virgo women, they usually tell the truth. And this one sitting here,
I'm telling you,
they usually have this love relationship.
Tiana's telling the truth. You can tell her.
Let me ask you a question. What type of satisfaction does a woman get from swallowing?
I've done it, and I do it because I know it makes my dude happy. It makes the person that I'm sexually with happy. So if that's gonna make him happy, if that's gonna keep everything good between us, I'll do it. It ain't shit. It's just you don't. It's not like you're gargling with it. It's not like you're keeping it in your mouth, swishing it around. You're just swallowing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
And then and then you can't make a face like it's disgusting, right? You gotta be like,
right.
yeah.
I mean, you just take it. You just take it back. Like you just really do. It is, and I don't know. I've learned. And I've heard a lot of older women say, you do what's necessary to keep your dude, man. Because if you don't, another woman will.
Yes.
So it's something simple.
But you know what? If my man leaves me because I'm not swallowing, then fuck him.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
But you're supposed to want to keep them happy. Like if that's something you are into, if you're trying to be with someone, I think that's what.
No, that should not be on the level of importance or whether a person decides if they want to stay with you or not.
Well, I mean, everyone has their own level, but like,
that's
okay,
true. Everyone has their own level.
Real quick, I want to tell my porno story because it's important to life. I just want to give women a little insight into the man's mind. So I used to watch a lot of porno just because, TV sucks. And growing up, before I started having sex, you watch these things, and in your mind, you have this running scene count. You imagining the same scenes. You say, one day this is going to be me. So she's asking what the pearl necklace is and all. And keep in mind, they're professionals. And let me tell you something. In real life, it's not quite the same as it is because not every girl enjoys it the way those pros do. But you envision some of those scenes and you would like,
But see, that's the reason why everybody's so messed up.
But the reason I'm going
to
tell you the reason why I stopped watching porno. Because everywhere I went, and every girl I saw walking, I had these scenes in my head. And I said, I have a close relationship with God. And he has to take this demon away from me. So what I did was take all of my CDs. And I missed the VHS tapes. Because you can leave them at a spot, right?
Somebody said that
you leave at a spot and you go there and you stop it right there. And the same VHS tape, amongst my friends, that joint gets circled around the group and it'd be all sticky when you get it back. But the certain place get played, so the best scenes would get played so much it'd be like pixelated for little certain parts. Yeah, but anyway, I'm over that. God has cured me. I've gone over to the other side. Thank you for calling, Brittany. We're about to bring the show to a close.
Thank you, guys.
This has been fun, Britt. Call again, okay? I don't know how life is going to work out for me. I just hope I make it to heaven. I feel just by sitting by Tiana, I'm improving my chances.
Yes, you are.
Because patience is a virtue. I'm a virtuous person. I don't think we got the answers that we wanted to get from this sex talk today. But it was fun. It's the most fun I had next to Tiana.
Whatever.
The spiteful guy in me hopes that somebody in this group marries Tiana and gets her to go back on everything she's...
somebody in the group?
Whoever. Just somebody who listens to the show marries this girl and gets her to do all the stuff she said she never do because she don't know. Before we leave, I have two things I want to say. I want to remind you again for the homeless feeding event that's going on next Saturday. September 10th at 13th and K Street, Northwest, 3 p.m. All are welcome. If you can't make it and you want to donate something, you can. I'm sure there'll be a way that you can contact John. We'll have more information next week, but right now I'm giving you a chance to put it in your Google Calendar or however else you do anything. And after this, if you're not doing anything at the 10 o'clock hour, I have another show with a group of friends of mine called the HMG Show. Come right here. And we'll tuck you in, We like to have fun, too. Not as much fun as Tiana, but we like to have fun. So for He Say, She Say, I'm Mark.
And I'm Tiana.
Thank you. And remember, ladies, sex, 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 sex.